Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Welcome. We are so happy to have you here with us today. This is our first commercial webinar of the year 2023. I am Kimberly Turner.
And I'm Denise Turner.
And we are the Turner Team. And we're so excited to bring to you this premiere commercial webinar entitled Give Yourself Credit.
You can
Buy it. Yes, you can buy it.
Yes.
All right. And so, we are realtors located in the state of Missouri, and we specialize in residential and commercial real estate. And we work with buyers, sellers, and investors to help you realize your dreams and goals. As a mother and daughter team, of course, I am the daughter, my mother, and we and we are both very passionate about real estate, very passionate about helping our community in order to increase generational wealth. And we work together with a background in social advocacy as well as a practicing attorney and a business professional to work with our clients to help you reach those goals. And today, we are focusing on commercial. Every month, we have 2 residential and at least 1 commercial webinar. Yes. So make sure you stay till the end to learn about our next one coming up this week. And today,
our topic is commercial real estate, preparing your credit to buy commercial property. So we're focusing today on credit repair and getting your LLC.
That's right.
Now, some of you may know already what an LLC, and others who don't, we will explain that during this session.
That's right. And you want to be sure that if you like what you're hearing and you know of someone else who also may be thinking about buying commercial real estate or selling commercial real estate, make sure you take the time now and share out this post. Share it out to your friends and family and be sure to register, because when you register, not only do we keep in touch with one another, but you're entered into a raffle to win a $25 gift card. And as many webinars as you attend is as many chances you have for this month of March to win that gift card. All right, without further ado.
Wait a minute. Make sure you have a pad and pen, because I'm sure you want to take some notes.
Or screenshot, right? Yeah. Whichever way it is that you work and
Old
you
school,
do.
New school.
Okay. Notes. So we have none other for our special guest this evening than Mr. James J.R. the Credit Man Richardson, who is the owner of Access Credit. We are so excited to have him here with us this evening.
Yes, we are.
And you make sure to welcome him to our beautiful broadcast. Hello, James.
Hi,
James.
Hey,
Turner team. The Turner team is in the building. I heard that.
Yes. James, we've been working together for some time now, and we meshed immediately from the first time that we were able to meet, and we're discussing business and our aspirations for the community. And so we're so happy that you are kicking off the commercial webinars for 2023.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate the invite. I really do. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the great.
Most welcome.
Hey, y'all
and you're most deserving.
Oh, thank you. Gonna make
me Make sure you grab your tissues everywhere. So we like to let our special guests introduce themselves, because who could introduce you better than you? So go ahead, James. Tell them who you are.
I'm JR the Credit Man, that they call me up in St. Louis, Missouri. I have clients from all the way from New York, Charlotte, Florida, Atlanta, LA, Chicago, you name the major cities. I've been there, did seminars there, and I just take care of everybody. Basically, I've been doing credit repair for over 10 years. It's a beautiful job dealing with people and trying to help them get to their dreams, purchasing houses and cars, and trying to get themselves ready for them to build a business and stuff like that. But that's what I do. I'm local in Hazelwood, Missouri, and I just love what I'm doing. I just love it.
Yes.
Well, it shows our clients love you, especially when they can buy that property they've had their eyes on. So thank
Yes.
you for all that you do.
Yes. And he doesn't.
Well, I do. I
He yes, James. And he does such a great job. And like James, we work nationwide too. So if you're not in the state of Missouri, that's
forget.
okay. Paterna Team and JR work in your state. You see, we partner with top realtors throughout the country. So we
Mhm.
have clients in New York, Alabama, Illinois, and Texas, and all
Look at
over. So we can help you too. And we have a lot of free
mm.
resources. So let's jump in. Let's
Yes,
Let's
jump
jump
in.
in.
yes.
So what we
Okay.
gonna start with? What you want to start with? You tell me what you want to start with, Miss Kimberly.
There we go, JR. Well, JR, the credit man, when our clients first come to us,
Mhm.
right, and they say, we'd like to buy a commercial property,
Yes, ma'am.
a lot of times they don't realize that even though they're going to buy a commercial property,
Right.
they still have to have a good personal credit score in order to receive a loan.
Yes.
It is true. So basically, normal people who try to get commercial buildings, you got to at least have at least 680 or better. They prefer 700. It's easier for the lenders to be able to push you through, and you got to have you some money in the bank too, so you can have some, skin in the game. Plus, you got to be able to be ready as a personal and work onto your business. I always tell people when you start buying commercial business, you want to try to set up an LLC so you can try to run it through your LLC. You don't want to run everything on your personal all the time. So if you get your credit score up, a little money in the bank, and get your LLC, you can start working on trying to get purchase you a commercial building with the Kimberly team, the Turner team, all that. They the best team out here. And I tell people now, I don't even promote. I don't have no commercials. I don't advertise. All I do is go around the country and do seminars talk about credit, and you all, the realtors and lenders, is the ones who bring me all the business. They bring me all the
Yeah.
business, but that's the basic thing of it. And as you go, you can just keep throwing questions at me, and I'm gonna throw them at you back to answer your
Okay.
question.
Well, that's great. That sounds great, JR. But I have a question. You mentioned something about not using your own personal credit. Why is that important
Well,
when you're in
because
business?
when you're in business, you don't want to put everything on your personal credit because it's gonna show up on your personal. Just like you want to have some personal credit cards, but you want to get to getting business credit cards because they don't show up on your personal. So they have a line where they want you to keep under 30%, 20% on your credit cards. But when you have a business credit cards, you can max them out and they don't affect your personal. So it keeps your score up by doing that. Your personal score is up, and then it helps you when you get your business credit cards and business lines of credit and business loans to build your business. So one day your business can stay on its own, be its own 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
that's what you want to do.
And we're really going to cover business credit, everyone,
Oh,
in our seminar next week, with which is on March 30th, I
mhm.
believe, March 30th, yes,
We're gonna get
at
deep.
6 until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're jumping in with JR again and a second special guest, Monica Medea, with a
Mhm.
legal enterprise. So you'll want to make sure, if you haven't already, look at the registration link and prepare to learn all about business credit. In
That's it.
when they're getting their commercial loan, JR,
Hmm.
right? We talked about how personal credit is important.
Hmm.
So if they have a 500 credit score
Oh, they
and
ain't
they're
good.
looking to receive a commercial loan,
Nah, they ain't
they're
getting nothing.
not ready yet. And we say yet because, of course, JR can get you to where you need to be, which is a 680 minimum, a 700 preferred. How do you do that, JR?
Well, I do that. I
Magic.
use magic. I got the one. I go over your. Next you know, it disappeared. Uh,
Yes.
it's minimum of 3 to 6 month process. It depends how much negative stuff on there. So my whole job is to get the negative stuff off your credit. So like, charge offs, collections, them the things that hurt you. They don't put liens on your credit report no more. So judgments do not show up on your credit report anymore. But it will show up in another form. So you got to make sure you take care of your judgments too, because they can stop you from purchasing properties too. So how I do it is I use something called the Black Law Dictionary. It's the other dictionary that educates. So you know how America did. If you know how America move around, they move. They have a law for that you can see, and then they have a law for themselves. So that's why I use the Black Law Dictionary because it breaks down every little single words that I don't understand, and
Yes.
that helps me get the negative stuff off because actually you don't supposed to have negative stuff on your credit report anyway. It's you're a free person. You don't supposed to be charged all this stuff. So what I do is use what God gave me to figure out and how to get the negative stuff off your credit. So them repos, them charge off, them collections. That's what I do. I've been doing it for over 10 years. I love what I do. I've been trying to. Hey, I one time tried to get out the business, and they still calling me back. They keep pulling me back in. They keep pulling me back in. So I told God, I said, "Well, I'm gonna stay in here because this is what you want me to do." Because people sure can get on you. But I love it. It's a blessing. I'm happy when I get them calls and the clients tell me, "Hey, I closed on my house," and I'm be smiling. They on Facebook, and sometimes they invite me to the house, the housewarming party. So, and I get clients that way. So everything with me is really word of mouth. Word of mouth is the best thing because your clients can tell you people, "Hey, I got my house, I got my car, I got." He helped me with my business. He got me the LLC, and I always keep telling people, "You got to get your LLC. I don't care if you just get your LLC and just in your name. Your name James Richardson. Just get your LLC and James Richardson. Start something because you want to have that the EIN number. That's your business social security number, basically. So that's the things that I help clients do, and I don't charge for everything. You get in my program, and I fix your credit. I help you with your business, getting your LLC and so on, because that's what I love doing. That's what I love doing. But I want people to get educated about credit. I do a free counseling when you come to my office, and I break it down. I tell you what you're doing good with your credit, what you're doing bad, and what you could be doing better.
Yes, yes, James. And it's an excellent service that you provide to be able to give people that free consultation. And if you're thinking about purchasing a commercial property, make sure that you scan the QR code, as well as we will put the registration link in the chat. All right. And take the time to go ahead and be able to utilize the chat box for questions that you may have. So if
Yeah.
you have any questions throughout this webinar here, write it in the chat box and we'll be sure to ask it towards the end of our show for question and answers. All right. So, James, when someone comes to you, what should they expect?
They expect first you're gonna get that. I'm a Southern boy. A lot of my family grew up in Mississippi, so I'm trying to give you that Southern hospitality, even though we in St. Louis, because that's where I was shipped out to every summer down south in Mississippi and on the country on the farm. So I try to make it basically credit for dummies. I'm trying to make it easy for you. I don't want to make it difficult. I try to break it all the way down. I try to kill that. I heard this. My friend told me this. I saw this on YouTube, and this person told me I can get my credit score up to 750 in 2 days and all that. I kill all that garbage and all that stuff that make you confused, so you don't fall in the trap or don't get scammed. I'll be honest with you about your credit. I tell you, hey, credit is like it's your own little fingerprint. So everybody credit is totally different. So if two people come in, a husband and wife come in, she can have 20 items on her credit that's negative. The husband can have 5 negative things on the credit. She can have 2 positive lines. He can have 1 positive line. And when I get done, one can be at a 700, the other can be at a 650. It's just all about how you build your credit and what positive lines you have on there. And get people to understand positive, you got to have positive lines, at least a minimum of three positive lines on your credit. And I'm not talking about just putting trade lines, just using piggybacking off of people's stuff. You need to have your own person they call primaries, and you want to have primaries on your
Mhm.
credit report. That means that is yours, not something that you borrowing from somebody else or somebody put you on their credit card. So you want to have primaries on your credit report to help you move forward in life. So we can get you to that dream, because I have a lot of clients. They come in my office 1 minute, they just trying to get their credit right so they can move into a better apartment or a better rental house. And I'd be like, nah, we're not trying to do that. I got the Turner team. When I get done with your credit, I'm gonna send you to them, and they're gonna find your house. Okay. And I got 7 different lenders that I use from California all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina. So
Yes.
that's what I do.
Yes, JR. And we'll get you a house. But tonight, we're talking about commercial property. So we'll
I
get you
think
a house and commercial property, honey. JR will get you
yeah,
ready to
commercial.
go.
I always tell people when you start getting the commercial, you want to get your personal house first. After that, after you get yourself stable and all that, then we're gonna work on the commercial and try to get that going on. But that's what
Yes.
your job is, to find them beautiful commercial properties they can rehab or already ready to go.
That's right. That's right. And JR has helped so many of our clients to get to where they need to be. So we can vouch for him personally. And JR, let's role play a little bit, okay? So
Okay.
so I am the Turner team's client now. Okay, so
Mhm.
I am. Let's think of a name. I'm Ashley. I'm Ashley, the Turner team's client. Okay, and I come into your office and I say, Jr. The Turner team referred me to you because I have a 600 credit score and I have my eye on this car wash and I'd like to buy this car wash. What is the first thing that you're going to say to them when they say that?
Well, the first thing I do is I ask them to sign up on Experian.com so I can see their personal credit. Okay, I want to see what got to work with. I want to see what's going on your credit and see if we can get you up to that point so you can be able to purchase that commercial building. You can start at 600 and you can just have one positive line on their credit. After that, I'll go and say, okay, then you got some negative stuff on here. Let me get this negative stuff off. Hopefully, the negative items on your credit, your scores will go up. That's one thing. And then after that, you have other little things that I use like Credit Strong, Self Lender, to put personal primaries on there so I can boost you up to get to minimum 680. They want you 700, but there are lenders out there who can work with you at 680. So that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm looking at your personal credit report and get you to understand that, hey, we have to get to this number here. Okay. And after we get to that number, then we go from there.
Okay, yes, yes. And then you go from there. And so, in order to find out what would happen next, we'll leave it like a cliffhanger. All right. Make sure that you schedule a call with the Turner team and we will connect you directly with JR, the credit man. All right. So, I think we have a fair understanding of why personal credit is very important when you're looking to buy commercial property. And if you want to know more about how personal credit is broken down, make sure you go to at the Turner Team on YouTube or at Turner Team Realtors on Facebook in order to rewatch our seminar with our consultant with Operation Hope, Melissa Karan, who breaks down credit in detail, all 5 aspects to consider. You see, we're building. Each webinar will build on the other. So we don't want to be repetitive, but we want you to know that personal credit is very important as well when you're looking to get a commercial loan. Okay, so JR, let's jump into the business formation. Why
Okay.
would someone who says they want to purchase a commercial property think about creating an LLC or another type of business entity? Why is that important?
Well, first of all, what's an LLC?
Yes, explain that to our viewers,
It's
JR.
a limited. liability corporation, meaning that if someone sue you, uh, you limited to what they can come after. They can't come after your personal stuff, like if you have a house, cars, and such on and so on. They only can sue that business or what that business have. And you got to get your LLC. I always tell my clients I don't care what this. Let's come up with something, and we just gonna get your LLC and we just start working on that. Open up a business account. You got to have a business account. I tell people the secret ways. Hey, even you have a regular job, and you send your money straight to your one bank. Start putting it in your business account because you're building up a relationship with that bank on the business side, and that's what you want to do because the business all banks want to see is what's coming in. They don't care what's coming out. They just want to know what's coming in, how much money you bringing in. So that's how you establish a relationship with that bank with business. So you want to get an LLC because it's limited due to anything happening. Okay, anything happening so you don't get sued. So when you get sued, they don't get take whatever the business. If the business ain't worth $20, they don't get $20. So
That's
that's why
right.
that's what it is. And then after you get your LLC, then we establish get your EIN number. That's basically your business social security number. Okay.
Mhm.
So, and that's the number that you're gonna be working off of. If you ever know, I think they all what 9 digits. So your social is 9, and your EIN is 9 digits. So that's the thing. What you got to do, so you can move forward in life, to be able to. Okay, something popped up on my screen. I was like, what?
Yes,
Uh,
but the EIN number is very important. It's your business social security number.
Right. And then after you get your LLC, you get your EIN number, register your business to nav.com. That's nav.com. And why you want to do that, because you want to start building your business credit and you want to know what your score is because you have a PEDX score and it goes from 0 to 100. Your personal goes 300 to 850. Okay. So in business, they got 0 to 100, and you want to be around in the 80 range, 85 range on your business, and that's a PEDX score. So you have certain companies, and you got to understand you only have like a Sperian business, you got an Equifax business, and you have what they call SPFA business, and they all these different business companies send whatever you're doing. Like if you got an Amex card, Amex might only report to Experian only. Not all these companies gonna report to all three things, just like in your personal, because in your personal you got TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And most time when you apply for stuff and you get it, they're gonna report to all three. But when on business side, they might only report to one or they don't report to none. So that's when we sit down with that, we just try to figure out how we gonna make this work for you in this solution. But normally you just really need to get an LLC and take care of your personal. If your personal is at up to par at 700, then the LLC gonna start building from there. And when you get that commercial building, you're gonna put that commercial building connected to your business. And it's gonna be whatever business, James Richardson Business, whatever LLC. That's what the name of commercial building gonna be named off of. It's gonna be that's the loan gonna be under, and that's how you want the loan to be under a business name. Like I would do SS Credit. So if I say, hey, Turners, I'm looking for this property, blase blase, I want to put it under my SS Credit. This is my personal credit score. Yeah, I run my personal credit score. I got a little money in the bank. We close on the deal. That commercial building gonna be under SS Credit. It's not gonna be under James Richardson. You got what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's what that's what I help people do. I walk you, I hold your hand, and that's what I do. I get that personal care with you. I just don't just keep charging you money on that and charging money on that. I like to see people win. And
Yes.
we don't they don't teach you about credit, school, college. Only way you learn about credit is when they tell you no or yeah, and you start learning a little bit about credit from there. And most people learn about credit after they get no, and you keep hearing no, and I can't get this, I can't get this car, I can't get this credit card. When you start hearing the no, that's when you start trying to learn about credit because people don't know, and your parents don't even know about credit. So that's what I do. I try to educate. about credit.
Yes.
Yes,
You
and
think?
that's so important because if your credit score is not where it's supposed to be, you're paying more than someone who has a really good credit score. So it's to your advantage to improve your credit score so that you can pay less because um, the interest rates, you get a higher interest rate if you have
Right.
poor credit.
Like
So,
correct, Miss Turner. Just like I used to do a thing like a car. So we both go get the same 2023 Cadillac Escalade. They both $100,000. I get it. I go in there. I get a 2.9% interest rate. You go in there. You got an 18% interest rate.
oh my,
And I'm paying way less money than you. You're gonna be paying $2,000 where I'm paying $1,200. And when you add that up, that's $800 a month that you're spending. You add, you go 800 times 12. You
got it.
spending
Yeah,
you spending almost $10,000 more on the same car, same model, same year, same price. And I'm like, hey, I'm saving $10,000 a year. And $10,000, that's you can start your
that's a lot of
business.
money.
You can take a great trip, so on and so on. So you try to get your credit right. So it's not cash hat. Everybody used to be like, I got cash, I got cash. They don't care. They worry about your credit.
That's
That's
You know,
right,
right.
because they say before cash is king, but credit is king, really.
Yes.
You
yeah.
know,
You want to use
Other
other
people's
people's
money.
money.
There we go. We said it at the same time.
what
Other
say?
people's money.
Other people's
Okay.
money.
My
Yes.
sister,
We're on the that's right. Like we
That's
see,
true.
we see,
That's
okay.
true. That's true.
And that's so important. And thank you for sharing that, JR. Viewers, take heed. Make sure your personal credit is in order. And I know many of us are very busy. Especially today's age, a lot of serial entrepreneurship, or maybe you're in school or taking care of a family. That's why JR is going to do it for you. You don't have to do anything but provide him with the information that he needs, and he'll get your personal credit together and create your LLC. So, JR, tell us. A lot of people don't know. What is a DUNS number? Explain it, define it. Why is it important?
Dunn's number is like another social security where at one point Dunn's used to be a very important thing to do when you get your LLC. People want to have a Dunn number. They just like, hey, what's your Dunn number? And they check your Dunn number. It's just like I said, your credit score is basically like your credit score. Your Dunn number is, but it's getting almost obsolete with the Dunn number. A lot of companies are moving away from that. That's why I'm saying they moving to a point where they pulling Experian business, Equifax business. So the Dunn number used to be the thing that everybody used to use, but now it's almost like 80 to 85% obsolete now. More companies are moving using the Experian business, Equifax business now. But Dunn number is good to have. I always tell people get it anyway because there's always still some companies. It's a company that I had to get some book bags that I want to give to kids. I want to give out kids, and I want to use my EIN number. So when I went in and applied for them, they was all like, "What's your done number?" I'm like, "Oh wow!" So I had to go look for it because I haven't used the done number. Most times, just hey, give me your EIN number and that's it. So I had to give them my done number and I had to give them my EIN number. So basically, that done number had like a score on it. So basically, my one business that I used, it was like a 87. So they was all like, "Okay, you approve," and basically they give you like a line of credit. And that's how you get a line of credit with some of these companies because they say, okay, your DUN number is strong, your personal credit is strong, your EIN number is strong. So here, we're gonna give you $5,000 line of credit. You can purchase from us right now and pay later. So that's what the thing about the DUN number. But like I tell people now, it's getting almost obsolete, but you still have a few companies still using it. But so that's why I say you get all of it. You get your DUN number, you get your EIN number, LLC, you get it all nowadays.
Yeah,
That's
well, that's good because this way you can pull that Dunn's number out on them when
that's
they
it.
think they stopped you.
That's it. So and like I say, you just got to be educated. Like I tell people, you got to get a folder. So when you get your LLC, you want to get the DUN number, and you just go to duns.com and they give you a free DUNS number. It don't cost you no money. Just like Getting your EIN number is free. You just go to irs.gov, do that. So when you do your LLCs, I only do Missouri only. I don't do everybody, all the other states, because all states got different words and different things that they want you to do. Like Illinois, they have to approve you for that LLC, meaning like
Oh,
even though the name
right.
is open, they gotta approve you for the
My
LLC. The beautiful thing about Missouri, you apply for it, you get your LLC, you get your EIN number, you get all that stuff that day. You
yeah.
print out all that stuff. As long as you do it between Monday through Friday, you can go online, knock it out, bam, and you get it that day. You and
$50.
yeah,
51
$51. I think 25 cents.
$51 with the little fee. That's all.
Right. So, and I always tell people, watch out for companies, who charge two, three, $400 for your LLC.
Mm-mm.
You need to get an operation agreement too. So,
Yes.
meaning your operation agreement is that you are showing that you are the owner of this company, or if you have somebody else, like you go, hey, I own 80%. This person here own 20%. And a lot of companies want to deal with you when you own at least 80% of the company because you're the head person of the company. So you want to go and do all that type of stuff and get everything right. That's the whole thing. When you start with that, you want to get your paperwork, everything done number, EIN number, LLC paperwork, and you keep it in a folder and you pull that mug out like the big joker when it's ready to be used. So
Yes. And you open yourself up a bank account,
always,
right?
yeah. So I know in Missouri, so when I say the operation agreement. So in Missouri, most business accounts you have to open up. You got to use your LLC paperwork from the state of Missouri, your EIN number, and then you got to have your operation agreement. And like I said, you got to be normally they want you to be at least 80% owner of the company, and then you can open up a business account, and it normally only costs about $100 to open up a business account, and you just go from there. And I always tell
Yes.
people, if you got at your regular job direct deposit, put that money in your business account. Have it direct deposit in your business account, because people just don't understand that when you work for a company, you're actually a business. They paying for your service, so you actually is a business. So that's why I said, if you want to say my name James A. Richardson, James A. Richardson LLC, and you can open up a business account. No bank gonna look at you crazy as long as you got your proper paperwork. They're gonna just do what they do, take your $100 and hope you make a lot of money and they can use your money. And then
Yes.
one day you want to be able to use their money.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes. Now, what was that about operations?
Right.
What is
Operation
that?
agreement.
Well, the operation
Operation
agreement,
agreement.
that's the
Okay.
agreement that you decide on with
Yes.
your business partner or yourself on the management of your LLC. So
Right.
meetings and all those things.
Yes, but can't you go online and find that as well?
Yes, you can find that. I use Law Depot. Law Depot have a lot of paperwork where it's just like point and click, real simple, easy. Like I said, for dummies, Miss Kim over there is a lawyer, attorney. I'm sorry, attorney. I'm sorry. So, so I use Law Depot to do all my paperwork. They got over 100 some different things, from commercial property paperwork to real estate to it's a whole bunch of stuff on there. Paperwork and doing it, just point and click, type a couple of things in. It's real simple. It's real simple. So Law Depot is one of the top things like that I say I use, and it's simple.
Mhm.
Okay. And it costs, I pay for the whole yearly subscription, and I think it's like 120 a year, and I just pay the whole year, and I'm able to go on there and type boom, boom, boom anytime. So when you come sit down with me, I'm printing out your LLC, I'm printing out your EIN, and I'm going to do your operation agreement. I don't do the fictitious names. Fictitious name don't do nothing. I know people just do that back in the days, get you a fictitious name, but the fictitious name, somebody can take that name. You don't own that name yet. It's just fictitious. If you hear the words from it, it's fictitious. So
And explain, what is a fictitious name? What does that mean?
it just means that, hey, this is the name that you're trying to do business as. You know,
Yes.
doing business as. Kimberly Turner. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. But it's not solid because somebody can come in and get Kimberly Turner LLC, and now they
Mm-hmm.
have the more power on it. So fictitious name, it's not as strong. It's not as strong. It's basic paperwork. You don't get the stamp from the Missouri state. So I just tell people stop doing that because people used to do that because it was free.
Right.
Fictitious names are free. But you want to, when you're trying to do business, you got to spend some money. That's why I always tell
Yes.
people, you doing business, you spending money. It's not nothing free. It's not nothing. All that. If you ain't ready to spend no money, you ain't ready to do business. I'm just
That's
That's
being
right.
right. That's right.
It,
Mm-hmm.
so.
and you most definitely, JR. And I think it's important to kind of dig in a little bit into the LLC. So you're creating this LLC for them. So they don't have to go through the whole process of doing all these things, right? You're going to do that for our clients that we refer to you to be able to buy a commercial property, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's still good information to know about the business address. It's so popular right now to try to figure out, well, what address should I have? Should I use a virtual address? Should I use my home address, a PO box, a brick and mortar property, a office space? What is the best address to use for your LLC and
Okay.
why?
And I said you can use virtual or if you get an office. Now, if you just setting up just to lock your name down, you can just use your home address for now, and you can go back into the IRS.gov. I mean SOSMO.gov, and you can change the address later on. But the main thing is when you start really doing business, you want to try to have a virtual office, or you want to have a virtual office, meaning like an office building company, and they give you like a suite, and you don't really have a suite. You got a mailbox, and it's probably mailbox 220. So basically, like my office is 7220 North Lindbergh, Hazelwood, Missouri. I actually have an office. That's where I'm in now, Suite 280. So if you have a virtual address, they might have it just a mailbox. You just have a mailbox. You just go to your mailbox and open up your mail, and open up your mail and get your mail. But I actually have an office space. That's when you start really getting to the point where hey, your business has taken you out your house, and now your business is now you have to have an office space because people coming in to come see you. A lot of people used to use the coffee place and the stuff like that and use their Wi-Fi. I try to keep it as much professional I can because I'm asking for certain type of money for my services, and I'm trying to show you that hey, I am legit. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going to disappear tomorrow. So on and so on. You know,
So, JR, how do you get a virtual business address?
you can do. I know UPS you does that. And like I said, the building that I'm in, they do it. So you can find a lot of different companies around here, and you can just type it up. You can just I
Just
always say
Google.
just Google, and then you can go from there, and you can call them, and they can see if they have any spots open, virtual office, and it's not like I tell people, it's not an office. It's
Yes,
just a
it's just
mailbox.
a mailbox.
It is.
Yes.
All it is a mailbox. So you don't have an office space. You don't have somebody can come in and sit down and have a conversation with you. All it is just a mailbox to get your mail, and that's it. But like I say, as your business grow, you want to have an office space. You want to have a space where people can come in and come see you, because you want to show that professionalism. That hey, especially when you asking for money and you asking for $1,000 or $500, and you just got to just take it on the chin. And like I tell you, when you're doing business, you're spending money. You can always do it the cheap way and hope that one day, hey, I get out this situation. But my thing is, hey, you got to get your office space and go from there. But like I said, if it's a beginning business and you just starting up a startup business, get your virtual office, pay that, sometimes you're paying like 20, 25, $30, $40 a month to have that mailbox. Basically, that's what all it is.
Okay, thank you. Great
Yes.
answer.
Yes, and before we jump into the question and answer session, so we see we have a couple of questions already in the chat. Go ahead and put them there now, and we will be sure to ask them of James. We're coming up on an hour, so we're almost finished with today's webinar. We hope that you are receiving all of this great information and taking notes. And remember, you can always watch the replay on our Facebook and YouTube channel at Turner Team Realtors on Facebook and at the Turner Team Realtors on YouTube. Be sure to register so that we can connect you with JR in order to have JR, the credit man, fix your personal credit so that you too can buy a commercial property. And guess what? We start with our clients even a year out.
Yes.
So feel free, contact us now if this is a goal you have for 2023 or for 2022. Either way. So
Hey,
go ahead,
Wait a
JR.
minute,
another
I'm
Kimberly.
thing.
sorry, 2022, 2024.
Yes,
We're going
but
backward.
wait a minute. Good credit is for life.
Oh yeah,
So
I
good
tell
credit
people
is
to
for life.
I tell this excuse me now. I tell people this. Don't wait till you're ready to purchase a commercial building to get your credit worked on. Okay? Don't wake up one day because your friend got a commercial building. Now you like, hey, I want to get a commercial building too. You gotta be honest with yourself. Your friend could be totally different, or she could have been working on, or he or she could have been working on their credit, or they just never was no bad person on their credit anyway. So don't wait till you ready to do something to come. Hey, I want to look at my credit and get credit education. Like I tell people, sign up on Experian.com. They have a free one when you're gonna just look at your Experian, and when you want to pay for it, it's only about $24.99 or $19.99. I always tell people do it. Don't you, your credit's so important. This is what you're gonna all your big purchases gonna be connected through credit. That's your
Yes.
commercial buildings, your business, your car, your house. So all the big purchases is connected through credit. So don't wait to the last minute when you're like, hey, I got this good job now. Now I want to go get me a house. And your credit is
Oh,
raggedy
commercial property. Yeah.
commercial property. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but that's why I try to tell people: start that stuff now. Go on there, look at your credit. If your credit ain't at least 650, 660,
Mhm.
and like I say, I do a free thing where you just come and sit down and have a chat with me, where I can look at your credit and, like I say, tell you what you're doing good, what you're doing bad, and what you can be doing better. And I
That's
do
right.
that for free. You know what I'm saying? That consultation is free. I don't be doing the $25 consultation and $100 consultation. I want you to be able to, when you sit down in my chair and you get up, you're gonna tell somebody about me. That's what I
Yeah.
do. And that's how I eat. I just tell people plain and simple. That's how I eat. Word of mouth is everything for me.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And that means you have a great business, right?
Yes.
Referrals. We
Mhm.
everyone who's a business owner loves referrals. And it is, of course it's more business, but it allows you to reach a broader audience. It allows you to reach the community at large. And it is something that tells you, you know what? I think I'm doing a good job. I'm helping people because they want me to help someone else that they
Yes.
know and that they love. So,
Mhm.
make sure you schedule a call with us, the Turner Team Realtors, and we will connect you directly with JR, the credit man.
Yes,
Okay?
because JR is very humble, but he is dynamic. He will get the job done, and that's what we like about him.
Oh,
He
you
does. It's
Look at
not
him
like
blushing.
it's not like pie in the
they
sky.
trying to throw some flowers at me already, huh? Give me my flowers.
It's real work, and you will benefit from it. So, and you're not too young to start. If you're out there working your first job,
Mhm.
go see about your credit scores and start building and go up to 800,
That's right.
and that's something you can brag about. Oh, my credit score is 800.
Yeah.
Girls will look at you guys,
Hey,
and,
hey, you don't want
and
to tell everybody in your family that you got an 800 because folks be
They
you just.
gonna,
they want you to co-sign.
yes, and you don't want to do that.
And
You
that's why I
know,
tell you
I know.
on Experian.com and pay for it, because you want to know when you get it, when somebody ran your credit, you want to be able to go there and check it and see, like, I didn't do that. That's wasn't me. Because
That's true.
back in the days, how it used to be. The parents used to use the kids' credit. And
unfortunately,
Yeah,
some people,
unfortunate.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Well,
that's why I
we've
tell
heard of
people.
that
So
today.
Huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
because that's why I say at 18, that's when you can start doing your credit stuff at 18. Uh, Start there at 18. I always tell people check it on 17. You can't check your credit till you're 18. But I always say,
Mhm.
hey, start doing your research about credit at 17. And it's
Okay.
easy. The beautiful thing about the kids now, y'all just go right to your phones or to a computer, type in the stuff, bam, it's right there and tells you a little something about credit. You need to do that. I'm serious. Or you just gonna keep me in business forever. I never retire.
Yes, yes. And you know what? It's so important to have these conversations with your children, with young adults, and with older family members because, believe it or not, older adults also need to know more about credit. It's not taught in schools. It's not taught readily available in some communities. So that's why we love doing things like this, right? So that we can connect you to the resources, connect you to people like JR, the credit man, right? People like Operation Hope that break down the credit, whether it's home buying or commercial property. JR can help you with both. I want to make sure we say that. That's why he keeps talking about buying a home or buying commercial. It's because he works with you on both ends. It just is that today is our commercial webinar day. So, we're wrapping up our conversation, JR, to get to our question and answers. And before we jump in, there's one more thing we want to leave with our viewers. You also would want to consider getting a registered agent when you create your LLC. The registered agent is someone who will be there in their office space to make sure that they are receiving any legal documents that are sent your way. So if someone tries to file suit or whatever the case is, God forbid, that registered agent is responsible. And so I know for our LLCs, we have a registered agent. And then I also want the disclaimer, we mentioned some different businesses today. We don't necessarily support or not support any of them, but that it is our opinion, JR, the credit man's
True.
opinion, and the Turner team, Realtors' opinion as to what are some good resources and websites to utilize. That's our disclaimer from the attorney here. Okay. So let's jump into our question and answer session. Make sure you write it in the chat and we'll be done here in about
Shortly.
5 minutes or so.
I
And of
see,
course, you can watch the replay.
I see one of the questions on here.
Yes, we'll read it out to you. So we have Miss Lou. Miss Lou asked JR, what are judgments?
Judgments are okay. So just say you got a loan from, I'm gonna just say any old loan company, and you got a loan for about $5,000, and you paid maybe two payments, and you were like, hell with it, I ain't paying it no more. I'm done. They able to sue you for because you defaulted on the loan. So that's what a judgment is. So they mean basically they taking you to court. They can probably garnish your check. So that's what a judgments are. They don't show up on your credit report anymore. But when you go through and try to buy that commercial building, uh, I forgot the system y'all use to check that. They would see that judgment and it would keep you from purchasing that commercial building. So make sure you take care of your judgments. You can go on, I think, CaseNet, run your name through there, or you can go to what the other companies that the closing companies,
The title companies.
title companies.
Title
So
companies, yes.
I had,
And the
I had,
lender. The
yeah, I
lender's
had
going
a
to check
judgment.
too.
Yeah, I had a judgment that I didn't even know nothing about. I was purchasing this property. It was a house I was going to flip, and it was crazy because I was all like, I just purchased a house 6 months ago, and bought and flipped, and I'm going to buy another one now. They all like, well, you got a judgment. I was like, what did judgments come from? So the company sent the judgment, and it was over 18 years old. Judgment. It was
Oh,
an 18-year-old judgment, and somehow they put it on my paperwork, and I had to pay. It was like $2,100, or I wouldn't be able to purchase this property. So I didn't know. It didn't come to my address. They had an old address, and that was it. And sometimes you got to check because your name, my name James Richardson, and that's like a popular name. So sometimes you have to fight and be like, "Hey, that ain't me. I ain't never lived there. That's not mine." So
That's right.
I deal with that all the time. So I would tell people just go to a title company. They probably charge you $100 to run your name, 50 to $100, and that just help you so you can just get that out the way, so nothing don't stop you purchasing your commercial property.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That is a good explanation of judgments.
Yes.
And, James, I bet you brought that property with cash because if you were working with the lender would have found that judgment, hopefully, when they gave you the pre approval. At least our lenders will, because today is the preparation stage, right? But we'll be talking to plenty of lenders on the commercial side as well who will talk more about what that looks like in judgments further.
On their
Okay.
side, yes.
Yes. All right. So our next question, JR the credit man, is from Aaron. And Aaron asks, so by putting money from your job in your business bank account, are there any issues with paying personal bills and etc. from the business bank account? That's an excellent question as well, Aaron.
It's no problem at all. You can pay. That's what I do. I pay most of my bills out, my home bill and my office bills through my business account. It's nothing going. It's not going to mess up anything. It's not going. Some people scared of that because they be like, "Oh man, I put my business stuff up in, my personal money in my business account. I'm gonna get taxed twice." No, actually, you can get better tax write off by doing that because you saying that, hey, my business, like I keep trying to tell you, you are a business. I don't care who you work for, you are a business. You're providing a service. You sign a contract with that company. People don't understand. You sign paperwork. That's a contract. Am I correct, attorney?
Surely. Surely, if it has all the elements necessary for a contract, then yes. Otherwise, it's just a sheet of paper. But go ahead.
But yeah, so you can get tax write off. So uh, it's an easy thing to do it that way. So it gets your LLC going. So let's say you make $80,000 a year and you run all your money through your business account. You can say your business made $80,000 a year. Now you paid your gas bill, your electric bill, you ran your car, your car note, gas, and you can do tax write offs on that. So there's extra tax write off. People say, well, is it illegal? No, it's not. I've talked to many tax people, and they like, nah, it's just perfectly fine. I've been doing that since I was 24 years old.
Oh my,
Running
yeah.
everything. Yeah. So when I found that out, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do this all the time. And but now I ain't gonna say nothing. I make little money that I have to pay the man all the time. So my tax write off just be knocking off a little something here and there, but it's not enough. So, but don't be nervous about it. You're not gonna get taxed twice. Um, you're gonna be just fine. So just
That's
do this.
right.
That's my advice. If you make $80,000, your company made $80,000. You are the company. Always think of yourself as a business, a company. You are a company. Okay.
And one thing I just want to add to that, any business, you need a CPA. You need a good, trustworthy, intelligent, up to date CPA. So put that on your list
That's
of,
right.
of, of people that you need to have on your team.
And I'm gonna tell you the difference from a CPA and a tax person.
Go ahead, James.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Tax people, regular tax people, the tax paperwork is about this much. A CPA, the tax paperwork is about this much. That's how much he or she know more rules of the game. So some people do basic taxes, and then like you said, a CPA, they do more of a business taxes. You probably
Mhm.
spend more money going business side, but like I said, when you're doing business, you got to be ready to start spending money, and that's
That's
what's all it is. Because you're trying to build yourself that, hey, I'm gonna spend this money now because one day I'm gonna get a line of credit of $100,000. I'm gonna get a loan for $100,000. I'm gonna have business credit cards of $50,000. And that's how you working on. That's the goal you're working on. Try to get to that level. So never be scared about spending money because you spend money on a lot of other dumb stuff.
Sing. Yes.
So when you get serious, you gotta be serious about this. If you playing around with if you play with your business, you're gonna get what you get out of it. Okay,
That's
if you're
right.
serious
That's
about it,
Take it seriously.
you're gonna have you're gonna be able to like the rich people only use business credit cards. They don't walk around with debit cards in their pocket. They don't
right.
have debit cards. They don't need that. They using other people money. So meaning like so if I have an Amex card and it's saying like I say James A. Richardson LLC, I'm swiping that card as much as I want, as much as I can on everything I purchase because guess what? I can use it as a tax write off. That's one thing. And number two, if you know when you get your debit card and somebody get in your account and they take some money, it takes about 2-3 months to get your money back. But when you have a business credit card or a credit card, guess what happened? They gonna go ahead and say, all right, then you didn't purchase that. No, no, sir, I didn't purchase that. Or no, ma'am, I didn't purchase that. They're gonna be like, all right, then we're gonna put the money back on the credit card. Boom. And that happens in like 24 to 48 hours. So, like I said, real millionaires, they move around with business credit cards because they don't want nobody to be stealing their money. You can steal his
Yeah.
card, you can steal his credit card, but I don't want you to steal my personal money because it takes too long to get my money back. And
That's
then
Yeah.
right. You want to stay protected. You
right.
Yes.
want to stay
So,
protected.
so that's my
Absolutely.
advice.
Yes. Absolutely.
My goodness. Well, James, JR, the credit man, this has been an excellent, excellent webinar. You
Thank
have given such
A
a
thorough.
thorough explanation of why having good personal credit is important to buy a commercial property
Mhm.
as okay, and the good thing is that you will take care of that credit repair for our clients. So thank you so much for explaining that. And then secondly, talking about LLC formation. Why is it important? Why would you need an LLC if you
Mhm.
have a business? And the specifics, address, a virtual address. What
Mhm.
is it? What
EIN.
EIN number?
Mhm.
you. Let me tell you,
DUNS number.
I did a client about a couple of days ago. I did her LLC. So she sent me the business name, and I did it. Boom, boom, boom. So she looked at the date. She said, "Well, I was doing business in 2020 with this name." I said, "Did you ever get your LLC in this name? I can't backdate it. I can't backdate it. You didn't have an LLC. You didn't own this name. So get as soon as that name pop in your head, go ahead, write it down, purchase your LLC. Like I said, in the state of Missouri, it's about $52. Um, I charge what I do. I do a charge a total of 100 because for my service for just working. So the total 150 of that dollars go to the government. The rest of it goes for my service because I'm doing the time because I'm doing the operation agreement. I'm doing paperwork. I'm doing some time. My time
It's
does
well
cost.
worth it. It's
Oh yeah,
well worth it. We should have went to you instead of spending hours doing it ourselves.
I didn't want to pay me just now. I just listen. I would have done y'all for free.
Thank
Y'all my girl.
Yes, yes. Well, we appreciate you, JR. And, we want to thank all of our viewers for coming out. Before you go, let's make sure that you know about our upcoming seminars.
Did
So,
we have
our
any more
upcoming
questions?
seminars are here on the screen for you. Let's
Okay.
show them here. So, next we have, so JR is going to be back this month, everyone. So, JR is going to be talking with
Mhm.
one of our other special guests, who is Monica. As you can see here, JR, confirm to me that it's showing on the screen.
Do you
Uh,
see the flyer?
That's okay. I'm sure it's there. So, what you want to do is I'm going to no, you won't be able to hear me. So I'll go this way. I'm sure it's there, you all. If not, make sure you go to our page, and I'm going to share this out to make sure that you're able to know about our next seminar. So next this week, we have none other than the Gillespie team. The Gillespie team is with Jason Gillespie and James Gillespie, a father-son team, like we are a mother-daughter team,
Yes.
right? And
I'm
and
saving
they and they are excellent as well. And they'll be talking about your pre approved Now what? Focusing on residential real estate. Then, thirdly, next week on Wednesday. So James and
The following week.
Jason are on Thursday, March 23rd, 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then the following week on Wednesday, March 29th, same time, same place, we will have none other than Roderick Nash, also with Guild Mortgage, and he's going to talk about loan factors, types, and programs. And then last but certainly not least, we will have JR the Credit Man again,
Yes.
and none other than Monica Medea with a legal enterprise to discuss on Thursday, March 30th, same time, same place,
Oh yeah.
building business credit.
Oh, she
Oh,
good. She good. I'm telling
yeah.
you. Hey, she closed a couple of business loans for me and some of my clients. So she's my go-to girl on the East Coast who closed some business loans for me. So hey, she closed two of them for me and quite a few, and they've been six-figure deals. So that's what I'm
That's
saying. So
right.
she about that.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
awesome. You
Yes.
know, we always enjoy our special guests. We always enjoy having you on to be a part of this community effort that we have to reach as many people as possible across the nation to let you know about being able to buy, sell, and invest as it relates to commercial and residential real estate. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you again at our next seminar. And Aaron Hinkle, the way you contact James, right, is to contact the Turner team. Very good question. So make sure if you haven't already that you have registered. So click the link in the chat or scan the QR code, and we will connect you with JR to be able to get your credit corrected or repaired,
Or
as
just
well as
elevated.
or elevated, as well as creating that LLC for your
Yeah.
next commercial or residential purchase. Of course, we're focusing on commercial tonight. So, all right, Aaron, make sure you do that. And we look forward to seeing everyone next time. Have a good evening.
And
Take care.
thanks again, JR.
Hey, thank you to Turner team. I love when y'all do stuff like this. I love it. So thank you. Thank you for
Well,
letting me be a guest.
well, you're so welcome. And we'll see you soon.
All right. Take care and have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye now.